What's that? What's going on?
Stu. No, all I can hear is the Niners and Viking games over the radio.
Yeah, I can't hear Eric at all.
Some Carlos Hyde? What?
Just kidding, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Angel Ortalaza.
And I'm Eric Minharis.
All right, guys. A lot of people have been asking, like, what do you guys do? What is we know you talk about fantasy football, but what is, like, the purpose of your show exactly? And plain and simple, guys, we are your fantasy football coaches.
Yes.
We're here to provide all the advice and all the information you need so that instead of doing all this reading and all this research, tune in once a week, bam, you have all your information.
Yeah, we're your one-stop place. If you have one, need one, we're here for you. We've done a lot of feedback on how many things have worked out for people. It's really encouraging for us.
Yeah.
This is hard work, but it's fun, and it makes us want to do it even more because we love football. People are saying, if you follow the directions, stack your team with talent, and you picked up Carolina, Miami towards the end for your defenses.
Yeah.
You had a good weekend then with them, and we expect you to have a good week 2 with those guys as well.
Exactly.
So, Angel, kick us off.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, happy Target Tuesday. That's Happy Target Talent Tuesday. We got a new term for you, and I'm not even used to it yet.
We're still working on it. Yeah.
So what we want to do here is every Tuesday we switch the show to Tuesday because we want to give you all the information that you need on the Tuesday, so that for waiver wire Wednesdays when they clear, you have the right players. So we have the show on Tuesday, and you're going to have all your information on Target Talent Tuesday. All right.
Stay tuned for that, guys.
Hey, we got 3 segments because we're adding another one. It's a mystery one for now, kind of, but classic and classified.
Yes.
Classic information that every fantasy football player should know. If this is your first or second year playing, this is information that these are the do's and don'ts that you should really know. And so for the veterans, we have classified information. This is information that it could put you one step ahead in your league. And this is information the experts don't really tell you because they want to keep an edge in their own leagues. But we promise to never do that to you.
Yeah, guys. What's that? Redzone Pursuit. So players to avoid, players to go after. We'll give you info on which guys. And this is the part that just really adds up, the points for your week, your season, and to your championship, guys. So it's good to pay attention. And after that, the new one we've been teasing you guys for a while is the script, right?
Yeah.
How to buy low on good players, how to sell high on your players, to have trades that work out for you guys. Because committed to this, we want you guys to win. And
Exactly. So let's kick you off with classic and classified. Hey, this week we want to talk about depth charts. We got so many emails, calls, or texts. People are saying, hey, what's up? I looked on the depth chart. This player was registered at number 3 on the depth chart, and then they ended up blowing up. What happened? And running back or wide receiver, it happens. Guys, stay away from those team depth charts. Don't even look at them because it's misleading. Teams don't update their websites as frequently as Yahoo, CBS, NFL, ESPN, all those leagues. They update their information all the time because you're playing in leagues and all that. So don't go on those team depth charts because things can change from day to night. A player, an injury, so many different things, and that's not going to be updated sometimes for weeks, depending on the team.
Yeah.
So those depth charts are misleading. That's classic information that a lot of people do. They typically go to the depth charts, but hey, the classified information is stay away from that. Actually, don't even look at that. All right. So, and then we're going to follow up with some more classified information, waiver wire. I'm really excited about this. I like this a lot because we're going to show you how to work the waiver wire to your advantage so you get all your claims. You maximize your potential to get all your players that you want. So, there's 3 different types of waiver wire lists, right? There's a rolling list, which is basically when you pick up a player, then you get sent to the back of the list because you picked up a player. So your order will be at the end. Then there's a ranking list. That's basically based on your rank in the league. If you are dead last in the league, then at that week you'll have the number 1 pick because you're the last player. So based on your rank. Then we have random lists. Every week it's a different number. It's a random number. So one week you might be the number 1 waiver wire pick. The next week you might be the number 7. It's completely random, but you'll be that number for that particular week. All right, so On the ranking and the random list, on both of those lists, you can do this trick right here. This is where the classified information comes in. You can do this to work it to your advantage. What you can do is you can have your waiver wires where you look at all the other teams' needs, and you can look at what if someone else desperately needs a wide receiver because their main wide receiver went down and they don't have much on their bench, and you know they're going to be picking up a wide receiver, and you also need one. You might go ahead and on the waiver wire priority bump the wide receiver at the top, the guy that you want. Put them up, because when you're picking multiple players, you get to select the order, the priority that you want, who you want more than the others. So if you, by bumping him up, you might get the chance to get him before that other player gets him.
Yeah.
So then if you have a defense on a bye week and you look at all the other teams and none of the other teams have a defense on bye week. So basically you're going to be the only one looking for that defense. You can go ahead and bump them to the end of your priority list. Even though you need that defense, you really need that. You might need it more than some of the other positions. You can put them in the end because no one else is going to grab them. They're not in their needs. So this is the way to work that waiver wire priority, so you can get all your players by knowing what everyone else is going to grab.
And you might not even use a waiver pick.
Yeah, exactly. And so now on a rolling list, what you can do in a rolling list, where when you pick, you get sent to the end. If you want to pick a player, if you really want to pick a player and waste and then get sent to the back of the list, go ahead and do it. But if you want a player and you don't want to lose your positioning in the waiver wire list, what you do is you wait till 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, depending on when your league clears those waiver wires. So from Tuesday to Wednesday at night, once that clears, you can go ahead and see what players didn't get picked up. And if your player that you wanted is still on there, you can pick them up for free. It doesn't cost you.
Real quick, guys, last year during fantasy football season, my body, I would wake up because I would be anxious, right? On its own, I would wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning. Yeah. I would check who's available because I want to use a pick. And I would pick them up at time, and I would go back to sleep. And it would happen to me every Wednesday. Wednesday.
People stay up for that because it's worth it. If you're on that rolling list, you don't want to get sent to the back. So you wait till it clears. So you see your player is still there, grab them right away. This is how you snag all the players that you want week to week.
And the rolling list, you want to mostly use it for sure players, big difference makers. You know, guys that are for sure gonna blow up that everybody wants.
And then on your ranking and random list. Obviously, you can pick up as many as you want. It's not going to affect you, so you take advantage of that. It only affects you in the rolling list when you make that pick on the player.
And then real quick to end that, guys, a lot of your winning your season is off the waiver wires. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe 70% you can say is your draft, but the rest of it, how you pick your guys up.
It's huge
difference maker.
So this can be big.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that's classic and classified. Let's move on to Redzone Pursuit.
Yes, Redzone Pursuit, guys. All right. So players, right? Everybody drafted. Week 1's over. Yeah. Players that can make a difference, long term or short term for you right away. That could be free agents. We're gonna start with wide receivers. If you want one, Tyler Lockett. All right. This is the best receiver the Seattle Seahawks have. All right. So he's still a rookie, still learning the playbook, so we expect maybe he's going to pay a lot right away. You know, he did pretty good this first week, but we expect more so at least the second half of the season. He'll be for sure start player, the best receiver. He's really the best right now, but he's still learning the game, still learning the NFL. Got to look out for him. Number 2, wide receiver, Brandon Coleman for the Saints. Yeah. All right? Big target monster. This guy's 6'6", big target, their number 2 guy. So, you know, he got a lot of touchdowns. He had the most points out of the receivers this last weekend. That's not gonna be always the case for sure. Guy who's gonna be out there, who's gonna be free.
Yeah, he's a monster. 225 pounds, runs a 4.43. Look out for him.
That guy's good. And then we're gonna go into running backs. Danny Woodhead. Guy's kind of a sleeper. PPR leagues. This guy's a machine. I put him my flex. He did awesome for me. As we told you guys before, don't pick up Melvin Gordon. Yeah. Why? You have much better value with this guy in the end. He's a third down guy. He's Philip Rivers' go-to guy.
Yeah,
you know? Red zone. Yeah. So when it comes to the red zone, passes, it's a lot of passes, you know. Wow, real good guy to have. Next, Ronnie Hillman. We told you guys
Denver Broncos and CJ Anderson. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have If you have CJ, you want to have Ronnie Hillman. If you don't have CJ, you still want to have Ronnie Hillman. All right. This guy, he was turning up last year before he tore himself up. So, this guy CJ beat all the other running backs last year, vying for this spot, but he never beat Hillman. They were vying for Hillman's empty spot. So far, Hillman's been outplaying him.
Yeah.
CJ's still the man. He's still the starter. So anything happens. So just keep an eye out.
Yeah.
He's definitely a guy worth stashing at least.
Yep.
Next, we got tight ends, right? Tyler Eifert. This guy has been. We expect him to be good.
Yeah.
But week 1, he blew up. He's the number 2 target for the Cincinnati Bengals. If you have him, keep him. He could still be out there. Good pickup for a tight end. We also have for tight ends Austin Jenkins, right? This guy, he's been dominating mini camps. He didn't do that well in the preseason. But they're saying, Mike Evans was gone. Well, here's the case. Mike Evans might still be gone week 2.
Yeah.
And this guy's still a talent. He has a rookie QB, bad line, which means he's going to need a quick option, quick check down, and Jenkins could be the guy for him.
Yeah.
All right, another guy, other possible candidates for tight ends, Jordan Reed. He's the last healthy tight end the Redskins have.
Yeah.
So if you need a tight end, another good pickup, which should still be available. Also, we almost forgot Kendall Wright, Bishop Sankey.
Yeah.
Don't put a lot of stock into them right now, the Tennessee Titans, but they're definitely worth a spot on your bench. You have space, you can fill them in there, put them in there. They have upside, especially if you're desperate for either position, running back or wide receiver.
They're easy to overlook, but they're worth looking at.
Yeah. Also, last but not least, there are 2 friends that are competing. All right. Ty is going to miss some weeks. No, top of the line right now, that's going to fill a spot is Dante Moncrief. So if you want more points now, he's more for sure guy. If you have space to stash on your team, we think Phil Dorsett is he's the better talent, and he'll probably give you a little bit more dividends towards the end of the season in case anything happens.
You mentioned Safarius Jenkins?
Yes.
All right. Mention him again because that guy is the man. And then continue on with Redzone Pursuit.
Yeah.
We have some guys that are not flukes, and we want to point that out. They are the real deal. So a couple guys for you is Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
This guy is good. He's a freakish athlete. His nickname on the street is Zeus right now. That's what they're calling them in the fantasy football world, Zeus. He is, with Fasano gone, his connection with Alex Smith there is great, and he will keep up that performance. So just don't trade him away, don't give him away, keep him. All right.
He had a tremendous amount of yards after catch and contact. So now he has more opportunity. Big numbers, guys. Big numbers. First week's not a fluke.
Yeah, he was the number 1, right, in yards after catch, even beating Gronkowski and Jimmy Graham last year. So that's what's crazy. DeAndre Hopkins. Keep an eye on this guy. Do not trade him away either. He is great. You can see the way he cuts. You can see the way he catches that ball. He actually trains with the same trainer that Antonio Brown trains with. He works on the same footing technique and some of these other things. So it's really interesting. This guy, keep an eye on him and don't give him away. Don't let anyone steal him from him.
Also, when Foster comes back, he's going to help spread that defense, make his job even easier than it was for week 1.
That's right. All right, we have Amir Abdullah. We told you about him before, and we're telling you about him again. This guy's good. I told you, watch him on TV. Don't just read about him. Don't just look at the stats. You see the way this guy cuts. You see the way he runs. He is good. And he's also a pass-catching running back for your PPR leagues. Really good, really good. And we, don't worry about George Bell, as we said before.
Yeah.
Then we have James Jones. A lot of people have a question mark over James Jones. And this is actually one of the people that was on the depth chart for number 3 wide receiver, and you saw what he did. He had 2 touchdowns, almost had a 3rd touchdown, but it was nullified by a penalty. But this is a guy. Don't look at those depth charts. He will continue to put it up. People forget that last time he was with the Packers, he led the NFL in touchdown receptions. Yes. No one had more than him. And now he's back with the Packers. He knows the system. He said himself, it feels like he's resurrected from the dead. That's what James Jones said. So yeah, guys.
Hey, he looks good.
Yeah, he's the real deal as well, along with these guys. So keep an eye on him. Don't trade him away. Keep him. All right? But now we get to move on to, right?
The script.
All right,
guys. So we teased you long enough for this. This is going to be a difference maker for you guys. Everybody wants to trade. Doesn't always work out, but we're going to help you guys out.
That's right.
So this might sound a little bit crazy, but We want you to sell high on Peyton and friends.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we heard, it's only week 1, but this goes back to the preseason and it goes back to last year.
Yeah.
So it's been a trend. His arm is fading. He's not doing well. The performance is kind of like it's decaying. It's not doing good. So
decaying. You make him sound like he's a skeleton or something.
Yeah, I mean it's just the best word I could have thought of at the moment, but it's been rough.
He's aging.
Yeah, but he has a reputation. Him and his players, Emmanuel Sanders, Demaryius Thomas. We've even, as fans and hopefuls, we even drafted Demaryius Thomas.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
So, but
we're gonna have to find a way to trade for him. Yeah.
We like him, but we want to win. Want you guys to win. So we're letting you know, move Peyton and friends because those guys are. It's an effective passing game a lot.
Yeah, do it while you still can before that ship sinks.
On the upside, they still help CJ and Ronnie Holman because they're gonna run the ball a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But for the passing game, most part, so high. Right now, you can still get equal value to those guys. And you can say, well, you guys are just judging off of week 1. Okay, true. But we have a lot of other backs that are saying he's fading.
Yeah.
And we want you to say, that's week 1. We want you to use that while you're selling it.
Yeah,
that's
to your advantage.
Yeah. Like this, they're going to have a bounce back week, This is them. Right. This is the way they play. So use that to your advantage before it's too late. Next, buy low. This is a big difference for you guys.
Yeah.
So, guys, number 1, you might think this is a little crazy, this is a little hard. How can you buy low on a 2nd round pick? All right, Megatron. Calvin Johnson, right?
Yeah.
What comes to mind is, his highlight reels, leaping, jumping, just, dwarfing everybody, being the super receiver. So, you don't use those names. This is how you talk to the guy. You say Calvin.
Yeah.
All right?
I'll give him away.
Yeah. You take away the mystique. You take away the aura that comes with his name.
Yeah.
So you have this conversation, you don't want that there because that makes it harder for you. All right? You say Calvin. You refer to him as Calvin.
Yeah.
All right? And you say, these are selling points for you to be able to get him low. You say, well, he's not that dependable. He's missed time these last 2 years. He's got a little bit injury prone.
Mm-hmm.
I can trade you this guy and he's dependable for 16 weeks, but Calvin's not too dependable,
Yeah.
And you can say, he didn't do pretty well in week 1, right? It's not looking good for him.
Yeah.
And then you can say, well, why do you guys want to get me? Why do you want me to get him then?
Yeah.
Reason is, there's a huge upside. If this guy does stay healthy, and even the risk is worth it. It's telling you buy low. We're not telling you buy high, not trade, your top 3 picks. But we're saying buy low on him because one thing that a lot of people don't know, but is when your players, when your own players are struggling, you start to panic.
Yeah.
You start to panic. All right?
Yeah.
And that's what these guys are doing right now. So you want to buy low before he has a good week, while he's still even healthy. Buy low on him.
Yeah.
One of the things is, as I said, you don't want the mistake. You want to normalize it.
Yeah.
And don't buy him. Don't think Jones something because you can say, oh, all those things. I don't want to buy him. Then I don't want to get him.
Yeah.
There's been times where I sold this guy. Someone something. I was like, man, I don't want to give me my players now.
Because he sold them so good.
Yeah. I was like, I don't want your guys. But I'm like, no, wait. I gotta go back. Think straight. Possibilities, strategies.
Yeah.
And then one good way, because someone could say, well, you're good, like you're good at fantasy football. Why do you're trying to rip me off? Maybe somehow you're winning, I'm losing.
Yeah.
The best way to go around that is sentimental value.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You can say, well, he's my favorite player. I had him last year. Or you can say, I have his jersey. He autographed my football.
Yeah.
No, it's not some strategy to win the league. It's sentimental value.
Exactly.
That helps code it. So you can use that for your trades when it comes
that
to
way.
play.
People are not like, why do you even want him? If you're talking so bad about him, you cover it like that.
Yeah.
Take away strategic value, add sentimental value. I like that.
Best way, guys. All right, next one. Maybe a little bit surprising as well. Not too much. Big Ben. Whoa, did you guys see the Steelers-Patriots game? Yes, we did.
Yeah.
He still did solid. Fantasy-wise.
Yep.
All right. And that's only with his main target, Antonio Brown. He didn't have Le'Veon Bell. He didn't have Martavis Bryant. And wait till those bad boys come back.
Yep.
All right? Bell's gonna change the game because he catches, he can run one in,
Mhm.
which gives Big Ben touchdowns.
Huge.
You know, he makes the passing game easier, and you get Martavius Bryant.
Yeah.
That guy's a beast. And if you wonder why the second half of the season the Steelers were killing it more than the first half, was Martavius Bryant emerged. Okay, guys, he changed the game. He made it harder to cover Antonio Brown because he had to spread your defense, and he made it easier for Le'Veon Bell to run. So when all this combination, this storm, it's going to be crazy. Big Ben will benefit.
Yeah.
And right now, you want him before he has those players because his numbers won't be as high. They'll still be good like week 1.
Yeah.
They won't be as high. So right now, you can buy low. You suggest, buy on him before his stock goes up. It's going to pay back big dividends for you guys. For sure.
Yep. Hey guys, we still have more information for you. We're going to be in the next coming episode. You should know we have a veteran video for you. We told you about that rookie video. We released it. And now we have a veteran video. We're going to predict who's going to finish number 1 at each position at the end of the season. So some crazy predictions. We'll have that for you. So if you guys have any questions, just email us at fantasyfootballrz@gmail.com.
Yeah, Twitter, FFRedzone15. Send us our questions. We're going to have start sick guys for the weekend. So
We'll start next week. And then if you're on YouTube, obviously subscribe, hit the button right below. And this is Fantasy Football Red Zone, the YouTube channel we've all been waiting for, with all the information you need.
the rope to figure out.
Right.